How does urbanization cause social isolation in cities? Imagine living in a city packed with people but feeling completely alone. That's a common experience in many urban areas today. Urbanization, or the growth of cities, has changed how we live and interact. But it also brings some challenges that can make people feel isolated even when they are surrounded by others. First, think about the physical environment. When cities grow quickly, they often develop large apartment complexes and busy roads that act as barriers. These barriers make it harder for neighbors to meet casually or form close bonds. Public spaces like parks or community centers might be limited or poorly designed, reducing chances for social gatherings. When people don't feel connected to their neighborhood or community, loneliness can increase. Next, consider how cultural changes play a role. Urbanization often encourages a focus on individual success and consumerism. People become more focused on their jobs and personal goals rather than community life. This shift toward individualism can weaken traditional social ties. Many people now communicate more through social media than face-to-face, which can lead to superficial relationships that don't provide real emotional support. Despite being connected online, many still feel lonely in real life. Economic factors also contribute. Cities tend to have economic disparities, with some residents facing poverty or limited access to resources. People in disadvantaged neighborhoods might find it harder to join social networks or access community services. Job competition and social stratification can create barriers that keep people apart. This structural form of social isolation affects their chances of social mobility and feeling included. Demographics matter too. Older adults in cities often feel less connected because they may not participate in the same social activities as younger residents. They might experience less neighborhood interaction or feel excluded from community events. Young people face their own stresses, like peer pressure and work stress, which can make them feel isolated even in crowded environments. Technology adds another layer. While social media can help maintain distant relationships, it can also promote superficial connections. People may compare themselves to others online and feel excluded or inadequate. This can worsen feelings of loneliness, especially if face-to-face interactions are limited or stressful. To address these issues, city planners and communities can create more inclusive public spaces and programs that encourage social interaction. Building parks, community centers, and events can help people connect. Policies that support social integration for vulnerable groups are also essential. When cities prioritize human connection, they can reduce social isolation and improve everyone's well-being. So, urbanization causes social isolation through a mix of physical barriers, cultural shifts, economic divides, demographic factors, and the complex role of technology. Recognizing these factors helps us understand why many city dwellers feel lonely despite being surrounded by millions.